agenda item, if you'll sign in for us, or if you would like to speak on an item after our agenda, you can sign in for that as well. I don't see anybody running to get signed in. Or anybody signed in currently? Okay. All right, well, with that, we will call our meeting. Welcome to the Committee of the Whole and City Council meeting for March 10th, the Bentonville City Council. And I don't think we have a scout here with us to lead the pledge. So please stand with me for the pledge and then remain standing for a moment of silence for our military.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Sanchez.
Here.
Patterson.
Here.
Acree.
Here.
Zeba.
Here.
Suter.
Here.
Richardson. Burkhart.
Here.
Hook.
I get a motion to approve the minutes of the February 24th, 2026 Bentonville City Council.
So moved.
Second.
With a motion and second, roll call, please.
Patterson.
Yes.
Acree.
Yes.
Zeba.
Yes.
Suter.
Yes.
Burkhart.
Yes.
Sanchez.
Yes.
Mr. Suter, do you have any preliminary motions to make?
I make the motion that we suspend the rules requiring ordinances be read on 3 separate days and further move all ordinances and resolutions be read by their title only.
Second.
Acree. Yes. Zeba.
Yes.
Suter.
Yes.
Burkhart.
Yes.
Sanchez.
Yes.
Patterson.
Yes. Okay, that will start Committee of the Whole. I'll turn it over to Chris as your chair for Committee of the Whole.
The quarterly financial update came out in your email. So if you have any questions on that, you can email the finance department and they will reply back to all of us with the answer to the questions. So any questions will be answered, unless you have anything at the moment you want to ask, but the full report was sent to your email. Any questions on that at the moment? Okay. We'll now have the city property update on the request for proposals. And that'll be the mayor and Tyler, maybe?
Yeah, this was more of an FYI than anything, just to know it's something we're working on. So if you remember, it's been a committee of the whole probably 6 months to a year ago now. We talked about for some of our excess properties, actually starting to put them out through the RFP process so that we could start either selling or redeveloping some of our excess properties. So Mayor, myself, legal, purchasing are working on what that RFP might look like. But just it's more of an FYI to let you know, it's something we're working on. We're wanting to really prioritize the AT&T site across the street first, since over the years we've had a number of parties interested in it, but just know it's something we're working on and that you'll be seeing in the near future. Any property sales, of course, go back to you guys for final approval. Some of the things we're looking at within that are, the sales price of the property, any potential community benefit, and really on these sites, especially AT&T, we want them to be fiscally positive for the city. So we want them to generate sales tax, be retail or whatever it might be. So that's all information we'd kind of be inquiring about within that RFP is what is the actual ROI to the city going to be? Should we sell or redevelop this piece of property?
In addition to the AT&T building, other properties are we considering for this?
Yeah, so right now, AT&T building, but with the bold Bentonville economic development strategy they looked at, they included a handful of others. So those would be, we own property at Highway 12 and Bright Road, just south of Creekside Park. We own property located at 41st and I Street, roughly across the street from the community center, just north of the Animal Services Building. We also have some, let's see, what other, BIDC would be one that we actually are currently pursuing a grant through the state Arkansas Economic Development Commission to do some site development in that area. If we receive that grant and if that, once we have that site work complete so that it's more pad or shovel ready, that would be another one we'd be looking to activate in the near future as well. Yep.
With regard to the downtown properties here, I suspect we're open to some type of public-private partnership if it were presented in a manner that we thought was a good proposition.
Yeah, and we're trying to write the RFP broad enough so that it's, we would want to know, well, one, we actually know the appraised value for the property, but that's to my whole point about ROI and community benefit. I think there could be some amount of openness to something like that.
And then the property by the community center, would there be any emphasis on housing components or mixed use, or would we?
So that
sort of
property, yeah.
Steer it toward what we're looking.
Yeah,
for?
the two I've talked about, both the AT&T building site and the 41st and I site. Both of those are located in the case of AT&T, the place type is city center. The zoning is downtown core, so lends itself to mixed use redevelopment. And then 41st and I, the place type is regional center, and it's actually currently zoned C3, which would be our mixed use commercial district. So both of them would lend themselves well to mixed use redevelopment.
Thank you.
Yep.
Back on the AT&T building,
Mhm.
it has, or it had a lot of fiber communications facilities over there. Have they been replaced or have they been?
I don't know that for certain. I do know though that anything that, let's say we wanted to redevelop AT&T building, we would want to make sure that it also works in regard to our electric, water, sewer, and our streets as well. So that would all be part of that development process. Yep. Yes, sir.
I appreciate all the work that's being done on this. I've looked at several pieces as in my business privately. And it's been challenging to know where to start because you don't know where the price is.
Mm-hmm.
I've watched not just this last several years, but a decade of the property on the community center that has been available for sale, not for sale, no prices given. There's nothing available for anybody to say, that price I can at least back into a project concept. If our zonings are what we want and our master plan is what we want, and we don't vary from that, why don't we just set a price and sell it?
Mm.
And take the money that we have and put it toward our infrastructure. Instead of people that aren't in the business trying to set parameters when we've already done that through land use. And we've already done that if we set a sales, but if we have a set land use for that commercial property over there on 41st, that's what they're going to build. So we've already told everybody, this is what we want. This building over here, we've already told everybody, this is what we want. But without a sales price, and I'd like to visit on the council about this, but I can't even attempt to put a project together conceptually until I know what price I'm looking at. Now if I come to one and you see the project concept and you say, no, if you'll do this, we might concede on this, or we might provide infrastructure for X if you'll do this instead. That's when that begins. But unless we're willing to stick a sign up there and say, this is for sale for X, I've never been able to reach the ability to come up with the concept to know what it is. And so that's land down there at the community center has been for sale for a long, long time. And we seem to do that with ourselves. We paralyze ourselves into thinking that we know what to do with the market, when if we could just get an offer on the property and get a concept in the hand, that's when we start negotiating what we could do to get what we want. But to try to do an RFI or an RFP, and to try to tell people, we're negotiating around this sales price, we don't, depending on what you're gonna do. We're not in the business, or most people in the business, the city is not in the business of real estate development. And so I would look at it a little differently from my standpoint, and I've said the same thing for years, during, when it first came on for sale. Why don't you just list it? And the marketing agent for that, get the best commercial agent you can possibly find that has done this, just like they do Pinnacle or anything else. They will put the whole sales deck together. They will help you promote exactly what you want. Let the professionals do this. Set your price and tell them this is what you want. And us get out of the business of trying to dictate. Our zoning already does it. We shouldn't have to get in the middle of that. Just set your price. And
Bill, I kind of disagree in that it's more than just the sales price of the property that we're looking for. The point is, like, I'm personally not convinced that we even want to sell this piece of property. And doing the RFP, like, we can kind of decide, like, if we get X, Y, and Z, then maybe it is worth it. Otherwise, it might not be. It's not just about selling a piece of land. It's about, like, does it accomplish everything we want it to accomplish? And if it doesn't, maybe we wait until it does. Like, that's kind of my thought.
that's a reasonable answer. I'm just concerned that when you're out of money on infrastructure, and we have an asset that we're making no sales tax on whatsoever, that we need to get the highest and best use cash out of that property. And we know we're gonna get something, since it's commercial, we're gonna get something out of that that's in the zone that we've already put in our land use that we approve, that's what we want there. So we can sit with the property with no value on it yet to sell, and we're not making any tax revenue from it for an indefinite period of time until we decide what we're gonna ask of somebody. I just think it's gonna complicate it, especially on your big parcels. But I mean, I appreciate what you're saying, but we've already done that in our land use.
Somebody can give us a sealed bid on something now, right? So we can consider that. So if somebody knows the property, they can give us a sealed bid and we can consider that. So that basically can happen right now for anybody interested in our properties.
Well,
So
nobody's gonna give you, until they know what you're really gonna want.
they're gonna know
Nobody's
what
give you
comps are, they're gonna know
Right,
what
so-
comps are, so that the value property is gonna be. Like, our thought process is to do the RFP, see what we get, so that we can consider, especially on this building, that because we've got considerations around parking and a lot of other things that tie into this particular piece. And so we would like to try the RFP process to see what we get and generate some interest in that. And then if we end up going down the route where we need to go down and just strictly do it at sale, I think that's options still on the table, but we would like to be able to go down the RFP process first.
Is that gonna be on the bomb building, on the property, community by the community center, and all property? We're gonna do the same process for all
We'd
property?
like to start here and then learn from this and see what we do moving forward. That's why we're not doing a fire sale of like 6 properties all at once.
Well,
Have you talked to
it's been over
anyone?
15 years since the community property.
Everything
Yes, we have actually had
Really?
a couple of different proposals brought to us. We need the RFP to put some more parameters around it. So it's not just a concept on a napkin that they're saying, so I think we would ask for you guys to let us put the RFP, see what we get, and kind of learn from that process. If we decide that's not a great process and we want to do something different with the other properties, then we can certainly go down the road. And again, right now, there is nothing hindering anybody from giving us a sealed bid on any of those properties. We are also going to be putting all of those on our website. We're condensing any websites, because we have to also make all of our websites
ADA compliant.
ADA compliant and all these things. So we have like an invest Bentonville site and different things. We're putting that all onto our site and combining all of that, so people will have very easy access to all of it. We have not done a good, even just internally pushing those properties out in any way to know that they're even for sale, to be honest with
Well,
you.
I would
And
like-
so that is our thought process. And so we would like to be able to do an RFP with that.
What if we did a request for professional services from a marketing and real estate agent? I mean, we're gonna spend all this money to duplicate what a professional commercial real estate agent does. And we're duplicating their services and their professional, already have everything, all their websites, everything ready to go. That land for sale at the community center has been over 16 years. Off and on, signs going up, signs going down, and I can't tell you today what its asked price is.
What's the time limit on the RFP, Taylor? Because
There isn't necessarily a set one. I don't know that we've established exactly how long we want to leave it open for.
Well, I think that is if there are people on the council that would like to do an RFP, which obviously the mayor does too, which, okay. If we have a time period of, okay, we're gonna do this, we're gonna try it, we're gonna see what happens, and then if we don't get something that makes sense to us, or we don't get anything, which is a possibility, then we move to the next step, but don't just leave it hanging out there for an interminable
Right.
amount of time.
I would agree with that.
The property's been appraised, you said,
Mm-hmm.
you have an appraisal that's current.
Correct.
Relatively current. Will that be made known to people? Will that be part of the RFP? Like, because we don't typically want to take less than appraised value, so.
Well, it
We'll
helps
be
the developer.
transparent and just say the appraisal is, and we'll entertain offers above,
Mhm.
at or above that.
But you could have the appraisal, but then if someone comes in and they have to put a lot of money into it for parking or what,
Mhm.
whatever, then appraised value may not be
Be
market
adjusted per
value.
project.
So
That's
you really
true.
need to see
Yeah.
what people are willing to pay for it,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of appraised value, to see if it's worth selling.
I think there's a lot of factors. I mean, if somebody were to build 2 levels of parking and make it publicly available, we might be willing to do a lot of.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Necessarily say.
I just think if the appraisal's been made, if it's here, it's public.
Mhm.
You could put it out there for the.
Just
listing.
establishes a
You can make an offer, whatever price they want.
Not that that has anything to do with what we're taking, but
Yeah,
it's a fact.
Say that some cities have, we've talked to others, they've had some success with doing RFPs and if you guys will give us, and we can come back with the timelines, when we'll put it out and how long. And we'd ask to be able to try that on this piece of property.
Yep.
Go from there.
Yeah, I think that makes sense if you
I
have
like it.
a period of time.
That's the goal.
Thanks, Taylor.
Any other
Yeah,
comments?
no problem.
Last thing, how long do you think it'll be before we actually put a price on the community property or have something to be able to sell that down there and some other large parcels? I mean, are we
We
a
have-
year?
We have comps, there's comps
Mhm.
to be pulled on that, and again, we would take a sealed bid right now from people for consideration, so they can.
Yeah.
We can make comps available,
Yeah.
I don't think we're wanting, I think we're wanting market value for all the properties, that's if we're not looking at an RFP
Mhm.
piece of it, right? So hopefully,
Yep.
Well, maybe we can list it and see what offers we get.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Okay, so with regard to our agenda, we have some items we could put on consent. That would be new business number 2. And then new business number 8. 9. 10. 12. 13. 14. 15, 16, and utility board number 1, 3, 5, 6, 7.
Setting a public hearing. can I go on consent?
I was told last time we could not.
You're supposed to.
Best not to. Yeah.
That's fine.
repeat that, to make sure everybody's.
Yeah, I got lost.
So new business, item number 2. Item number 8. 9, 10. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Utility board 1, 3, 5, 6, and 7.
I move that we put those in the consent agenda.
Okay, motion second, all in favor, say aye.
Right.
Okay. Mayor, I'll turn it back over to you.
I have something else I want.
Oh, I'm sorry, I apologize. Anything?
I do have, I noticed that our phone numbers were taken off the website. And we were divided. Some of us wanted our numbers left on, some off, but that's how I communicate with my constituents. And I would like to have our phone numbers, or at least those of us who want them, on the website, because I don't want to drive everybody to email. I mean, there's times when I communicate by email, but I've had people complain because they can't find my phone number on the website. And
The plan was to replace them with our new council numbers. Was that the plan? Like that was the purpose of the new phones, wasn't it?
I honestly can't exactly remember, but I think there was agreement for taking them off, but you all do.
I mean, we wanted our
phones.
personal numbers.
taken off, but I want my.
The personal emails, we wanted to steer away from people using those, but, and that was for some security reasons, I believe. Your phones that we purchased for you to use, I guess it would be up, if you guys want those numbers on the website,
I mean, I feel like
You
if,
can also have a response from your email with your phone number on.
true, but I thought that was the point of, the city is paying for us to have
using.
a city phone. It needs to be I think it needs to be.
I
Okay.
return,
I don't want to have to market my phone number.
I'm good with having the number up there.
I don't want my personal, I did not like my personal.
Personal one on there for obvious reasons, but.
I
It
return-
was communicating that way and.
You like your number on the website?
I return my phone number, my city phone number, my city phone. I didn't like it. I didn't need it.
Didn't like it?
No.
Send it back, well, if you gave it back, your number up there, you probably should have it on that, so it stays on that phone.
Say again.
If you have a number up, you should probably have it up on the city provide phone, so it stays on that phone.
Somebody else may be responding. I don't have it. I gave it back to
Here
the
you
city. I don't need it.
Back in.
Okay. Well, I think just if you want your number for your city phone put back up, we can
You want me to have
probably do that. We did want to keep the emails, and we are changing all of them to the .gov, but we did want to keep your emails, the .gov emails that are on, not personal emails on there. And that was from a cybersecurity recommendation, so.
Yeah, how long do we have? I mean, isn't it just to the end of the year that the old emails are gonna be working?
I can speak to that. It's still about to the end of January of 2027. Looking at.
End of January 2027, okay.
Well, we get new business cards with our city phone number.
Not the one to ask about business.
I thought that out there to mayor, council,
I don't need any business.
I don't use
You're all
business
in.
cards.
because I use mine all the time, so it's
If
not.
you'll contact my office, we'll get you whatever
Okay.
news that you.
I mean, if we're trying to gear to the city phones, we need to get the phone number out there for people to use. Thank you.
All right, I'll use.
Anything else? Okay. All right, item number 1 under new business is a resolution to recognize Detective Brian Parmenter. I always say I don't know why I can't say it right. Parmenter, right? Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. So we always like to read the resolutions to kind of honor our and recognize the retirement. And I think it's a good sort of account of the history of their work in law enforcement. So with that, do you want to come forward as I read it? No? I know, they really love being recognized, but I think you guys should hear their story and how proud we are that they've worked for our police department.
Oh, well. You need to sit
So
down.
Corporal Brian Parmenter was born in Mena, Arkansas, and graduated from Yantis High School in Yantis, Texas in 1989. And whereas Corporal Brian Parmenter began his law enforcement career with the Benton County Sheriff's Office in 1998, where he served as a jailer, inmate work detail supervisor, and field deputy. And whereas Corporal Brian Parmenter joined the Bentonville Police Department as a patrol officer in March 2001, where he became a firearms instructor, field training officer, and a member of the Special Response Team, where he served for a total of 17 years as mechanical, ballistic, and explosive breacher, and distinguished himself as one of the team's most dependable and valued members. And whereas Corporal Brian Parmenter was assigned to the Criminal Investigations Division in January 2013. and joined the narcotics unit in January 2015, where he investigated numerous cases at the state and federal level, leading to countless arrests while disrupting drug trafficking organizations. And whereas Corporal Brian Parmenter served as a task force officer with Homeland Security Investigations, HSI, from 2015 until 2022, before becoming a task force officer with the Drug Enforcement Administration, or DEA, where he also served with DEA's Little Rock Regional Special Weapons and Tactics SWAT team, where he continued to hone his skills as a breacher and was allowed to use those skills in multiple other states for operations and arrests. And whereas Corporal Brian Parmenter's involvement with these federal agencies further demonstrated his commitment to cooperation with law enforcement efforts and allowed him to conduct complex criminal investigations all over the state of Arkansas, as well as several other states. And whereas Corporal Brian Parmenter, through his countless duties and accomplishments, delivered to the Bentonville Police Department and the citizens of Bentonville an unparalleled level of professionalism and service. And now therefore be it resolved that by the adoption of this resolution, the City Council of Bentonville hereby commends and congratulates Corporal Brian Parmenter for his 28+ years of dedicated law enforcement service, with 25 years to the Bentonville Police Department and the citizens of Bentonville. And we wish him much health, happiness, and continued success in future endeavors. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Get a picture.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, no.
Maybe that smells off.
Okay,
Thank
good.
you.
Okay, do you want to read our consent agenda items?
Okay. New business item number 2, a resolution accepting a donation from artist Lori Weeks of her original painting, Bentonville Community Center, 10 years and for other purposes. New business item number 8, a resolution authorizing the mayor and city clerk to enter into an agreement with Turf and Soil Management in the amount of $49,361.56 to purchase 2 robotic mowers for the Bentonville Parks and Recreation Department and for other purposes. New business item number 9, a resolution authorizing the mayor and city clerk to enter into an agreement with Blue Water Cass in the amount of $43,526.28 for the purchase and installation of a UV system for the Bentonville Community Center competition pool and for other purposes. New business item number 10, a resolution authorizing the mayor and city clerk to accept a grant from the Walton Family Foundation in the amount of $1,408,730 to fund 5 new positions for the Parks and Recreation Department, amending the 2026 budget and for other purposes. New business item number 12, a resolution authorizing the mayor and city clerk to enter into work order 07 with Garver LLC in the amount of $86,800 for the VBT East parking apron at the Bentonville Municipal Airport, amending the 2026 budget and for other purposes. New business item number 13, a resolution authorizing the mayor and city clerk to enter into an agreement with DMC and Landscaping DBA David McClarty for finish mowing at city facilities in the amount of $4,895 per mow cycle and for the purposes. New business item number 14, a resolution authorizing the mayor and city clerk to enter into an agreement with M&W Outdoors for mowing of city-owned detention ponds in the amount of $3,816.18 per mow cycle and for other purposes. New business item number 15, a resolution authorizing the mayor and the city clerk to amend the solid waste and recycling services agreement and for the purposes. New business item number 16, a resolution authorizing the mayor and the city clerk to extend the contract with Bella Vista Village Property Owners Association for wholesale water for a period of 1 month and for the purposes. Utility board item number 1, a resolution authorizing the mayor and city clerk to enter into an agreement with Hendrick Automotive Group to purchase a cab / chassis using Sourcewell Co-op in the amount of $58,084.13 plus taxes and for other purposes. Utility Board item number 3, a resolution authorizing the mayor and city clerk to enter into a contract with Northwest Arkansas Windwater Consolidated Pipe and Supply and Ferguson Enterprises LLC in the combined total amount of $140,073.88 and for other purposes. Utility Board item number 5, a resolution authorizing the mayor and city clerk to enter into a professional services agreement with Trek Design Group in the amount of $214,726.95 and for other purposes. Utility Board item number 6, a resolution authorizing the mayor and city clerk to enter into a contract with Crossland Heavy Contractors, Inc. for water transmission main repair in the amount of $141,650 and for other purposes. Utility Board item number 7, a resolution authorizing the mayor and city clerk to enter into a contract with In-Situ-Form Technologies LLC in the amount of $83,500 and for other purposes.
So moved.
Again, permission in a
I have a
second.
question, just in procedural for me. Nick, I have a question.
Mhm.
One of the contractors on this list is actually doing work for me on one of my projects.
Okay.
And so only because he does work for me in a subcontractor capacity, I didn't realize it was his firm.
Okay.
How do I just abstain on one item, which is number 13?
The easiest way to do would be a motion to remove it from the consent agenda.
Second.
Thank you very much. I just want to be, since he's doing currently, he was out on my job site today and I just noticed it was his company.
No
And
worries. What item number was that?
it was number 13, DMC Landscaping. I just want to make sure it's safe.
Motion second to remove 13 from.
Thank you all very much.
Okay. We have a motion, a second.
Yeah, we need to
remove it.
remove it and then vote to condemn the consent agenda.
Okay, so this is a vote to remove it.
Zeba? Yes. Studer?
Yes.
Burkhart?
Yes,
Sanchez?
Yes.
Patterson?
Yes.
Avery?
Yes.
thank you all very much.
Thank you.
And we need a vote to approve the consent agenda.
We need to propose that the consent agenda be approved without item number 13. I move that.
Second,
Have a motion and a second.
Studer?
Yes.
Burkhart?
yes,
Sanchez?
Yes.
Patterson?
Yes.
Avery?
Yes.
Zeba?
thank you.
That will take us to item number 2 was on consent agenda, so item number 3 is a public hearing and ordinance vacating the utility easement located at lot 54 of Kensington subdivision. I am at this time going to open up the public hearing. Is there anyone in person or online to speak on this item? Seeing and hearing none, we'll close the public hearing.
New business item number 3, an ordinance vacating utility easement located at lot 54 of Kensington subdivision, phase 2 of the city of Bentonville, Arkansas, Benton County, Arkansas, VAC 26-0001.
So moved.
A motion and a second. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Burkhart?
Yes,
Sanchez?
Yes.
Patterson?
Yes.
Avery?
Yes.
Zeba? Yes. Studer?
Yes.
Item number 4 is a public hearing and ordinance vacating a utility easement.
New business item number 4, an ordinance vacating utility easement located at lot 209 of original city of Bentonville subdivision of the city of Bentonville, Arkansas, Benton County, Arkansas, VAC 26-0003.
I'm going to open the public hearing. Seeing and hearing none to speak on this item, I will close the public hearing.
So move the item.
second,
A motion and a second. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Burkhart?
yes,
Sanchez?
Yes.
Patterson?
Yes.
Avery?
Yes.
Zeba? Yes. Studer?
Yes.
Item number 5 is a public hearing and ordinance vacating an alley right of way between lot 209 and lot 76 of the original city of Bentonville for subdivision plat.
New business item number 5, an ordinance vacating alley right-of-way located between Lot 209 and Lot 76 of original City of Bentonville subdivision of the City of Bentonville, Arkansas, Benton County, Arkansas, VAC 26-0006.
This time I'll open the public hearing. Anyone in person or online to speak on this item? Seeing and hearing none, I'll close the item
So moved.
hearing.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Patterson,
Yes.
Acre,
Yes.
Ziba,
Yes.
Studer,
Yes.
Hart,
Yes.
Item number 6 is a public hearing and ordinance vacating a utility easement.
New business item number 6, ordinance vacating a utility easement located at parcel number 18-07503-000 to the City of Bentonville, Arkansas, Benton County, Arkansas, VAC 26-0008.
This time we'll open the public hearing. Anyone online or in person to speak on this item? Seeing and hearing none, we will close the item.
Second.
The motion and a second. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Patterson,
Yes.
Acre,
Yes.
Ziba,
Yes.
Studer,
Yes.
Burkhart,
Yes.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Item number 7 is a resolution setting a public hearing for a utility easement vacation. located at Lot 1 of Block 9 of Dogwood Place subdivision.
In the City Council for the City of Bentonville, Arkansas.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes unanimously. In attendance. Items 8, 9, and 10 were on consent agenda, so we will go to item number 11, which is ordinance amending the city pay plan.
New business item number 11, an ordinance amending the 2026 pay plan for the City of Bentonville, adding 5 positions to the Parks and Recreation Department and for other purposes.
Second,
There's a motion and second. Any other discussion?
I want to say, I know we passed it earlier on the consent, but how amazing it is to get an opportunity like this to help our staff, so. Thankful for the grant.
There's a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Acre,
Yes.
Ziba,
Yes.
Studer,
Yes.
Hart,
Yes.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Patterson,
Yes.
Okay, so we'll go to, item 12 is on consent. We'll go to item 13, which is a resolution award bidding IFB 2603 for finish mowing at city facilities.
New business item number 13, a resolution authorizing the mayor and city clerk to enter into an agreement with DMC and Landscaping, DBA David McClarty for finish mowing at city facilities in the amount of $4,895 per mow cycle and for other purposes.
So moved.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Abstain.
Okay, this motion passes. 1 abstention. Items 14, 15, and 16, and utility board number 1 were on consent agenda. So we'll go to item number 2 under utility board, which is an ordinance approving a waiver of bid to purchase various electric enclosures.
Utility Board item number 2, an ordinance authorizing the mayor and city clerk to enter into an agreement with AECI in the estimated amount of $57,435, waiving competitive bidding, providing for the emergency clause and for other purposes.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Ziba,
Yes.
Studer,
Yes.
Burkhart,
Yes.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Patterson,
Yes.
Acre,
Yes.
Item number 3 was on consent agenda. Emergency.
Sorry. Section 3, emergency clause, the need to make this purchase is immediate and an emergency is hereby declared to exist, and this ordinance shall be in full force and effect from the date of its passage and approval.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Studer,
Yes.
Burkhart,
Yes.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Patterson,
Yes.
Acre,
Yes.
Ziba,
Item number 3 was on consent agenda. So go to item number 4, which is the ordinance approving a waiver of bid to order 750 underground wire.
Utility Board, item number 4, an ordinance authorizing the mayor and city clerk to waive competitive bidding and enter into an agreement with Stewart Irby for the purchase of 750 underground wire per unit prices in the estimated amount of $177,809.40, providing for the emergency clause and for other purposes.
So moved.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Burkhart,
Yes.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Patterson.
Yes.
Acre,
Yes.
Eva. Yes. Suter,
Yes.
Section 3, emergency clause. The need to make this purchase is immediate and an emergency is hereby declared to exist, and this ordinance shall be in full force and effect from the date of its passage and approval.
So moved.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Burkhart.
Yes.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Patterson,
Yes.
Acre.
Yes.
Eva. Yes. Suter,
Yes.
Items 5, 6, and 7 were on consent agenda, so we'll go to planning item number 1, which is the property line adjustment of lot 13, block 16 of Deming, second edition.
Planning item number 1, an ordinance accepting a property line adjustment of lot 10, block 16 of Deming's addition, creating new lot 13, block 16 of Deming's addition to the city of Bentonville, Arkansas, and for other purposes, project number PLA 25-0038.
Motion and a second. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Patterson,
Yes.
Acre.
Yes.
Eva. Yes. Suter,
Yes.
Burkhart,
Yes.
Item number 2 is a property line adjustment for lots 7 through 10 of Morningstar subdivision.
Planning item number 2, an ordinance accepting a property line adjustment of lots 3-6 of Morningstar subdivision, creating new lots 7-10 of Morningstar subdivision to the city of Bentonville, Arkansas, and for other purposes, project number PLA 26-0001.
So moved.
Second.
Either motion is, I have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Patterson,
Yes.
Acre,
Yes.
Eva. Yes. Suter,
Yes.
Burkhart,
Yes.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Item number 3 is a property line adjustment of lot 12 of Deming, second edition.
Planning item number 3, an ordinance accepting a property line adjustment of lots 2A and 2B, block 10 of Deming's addition, creating new lot 12, block 10 of Deming's addition to the city of Bentonville, Arkansas, and for other purposes, project number PLA 26-0003.
So moved.
Motion and second. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Acre,
Yes.
Eva. Yes. Suter,
Yes.
Burkhart,
Yes.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Patterson,
Yes.
Item number 4 is the final plat of Rainbow Patio Home subdivision.
Planning item number 4, an ordinance accepting a final plat of Rainbow Patio Homes subdivision to the city of Bentonville, Arkansas, and for other purposes, project number FP 25-0004.
Motion and a second. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Eva. Yes. Suter,
Yes.
Burkhart,
Yes.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Patterson,
Yes.
Acre.
Yes.
Item number 5 is a property line adjustment of lots 1 and 2, phase 1 of Crystal Land subdivision.
Planning item number 5, an ordinance accepting a property line adjustment of lots 5, 7, 8, and 10-14, block 1 of Deming's addition, lots 3A, 3B, 4, and 5 of Curtis addition, lot 8 of Infield Park, and parcels 01-00353-000, 01-00354-000, 01-00361-000, 01-00363-000, 01-00364-000, 01-00365-000, and 01-00366-000, creating new lots 1 and 2 of Crystal Lands subdivision, phase 1 to the city of Bentonville, Arkansas, and for the purposes, project number PLA 25-0020.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Suter,
Yes.
Burkhart,
Yes.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Patterson,
Yes.
Acre.
Yes.
Eva. Yes.
Number 6 is a rezoning.
Pending item number 6, an ordinance changing real estate in the city of Bentonville, Arkansas from its present zoning classification of DN4 downtown mixed-use residential to DE downtown edge, and for the purposes, project number RZ26-0003.
Motion and a second. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Burkhart,
Yes.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Patterson,
Yes.
Hickory.
Yes.
Zeba.
Yes.
Souter,
Yes.
And number 7 is a rezoning.
Planning item number 7, an ordinance changing real estate in the city of Bentonville, Arkansas from its present zoning classification of R2 medium density 2-family and townhouse residential and of R3 medium high density multifamily residential to PRD planned residential development, and for the purposes, project number PRD 25-0004.
Motion and a second. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Burkhart,
Yes.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Patterson,
Yes.
Hickory,
Yes.
Zeba.
Yes.
Souter,
Yes.
Okay, with that, if I can get a motion to adjourn from our formal voting agenda.
Second.
Mayor, can I ask a question?
Roll call, please, or all in favor of adjourning, and then we'll,
Don't know if it's somebody they've signed in late, and I don't know if it's based on an agenda item or off agenda.
not-
item. Um,
it's non-agenda, so. if we
Okay, I'm
can-
sorry.
we
Thank
can-
you.
Then we'll make sure. Yep, no problem. So we can have motion and a second to adjourn from our formal voting. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And then we do have Isaac Stevens that is signed in to speak public comment on a non-agenda item.
Thank you.
Hello, Isaac Stevens, 2704 West Parkwood in Rogers. On June 27th, 2023, Bentonville adopted the following. Whereas street crashes are one of the leading causes of death in the United States, whereas the life and health of all persons living and traveling within the city of Bentonville are our utmost priority, and no one should die or be seriously injured while traveling on our streets. Whereas Vision Zero prioritizes the safety of those most at risk to death and serious injury. Now therefore, let it be resolved by the Bentonville City Council. The city of Bentonville adopts a Vision Zero policy, which includes the goal of eliminating traffic deaths and serious injuries to zero by 2040, and endorses Vision Zero as a comprehensive and holistic approach to achieving this goal. Here's a list of goals in the Vision Zero policy that was adopted by you, which are not met by the Rainbow Curve redesign currently being bid to the public. A target design speed for Walton Boulevard of 25 miles per hour. Truck routes say that slip lanes may be used, though they should reduce vehicle speeds, disallow right turns on red, and provide for safe pedestrian movements with a raised pedestrian crossing. Medians are high priority. Bike lanes are high priority. Roundabouts are high priority. Median refuge islands are high priority. Green infrastructure and street trees are high priority. Transit considerations are high priority. Bikeways at intersections are high priority. Pedestrian priority signals are high priority. None of these goals are met by the new design. This is in an area adopted by you in the future land use map to be the second most intense place type, urban corridor, with high-speed slip lanes, no pedestrian priority, no separated bike lanes, no trees, and an antiquated design that does not reflect current understanding of traffic safety and flow. The money spent on designing this death trap has been lost. The human lives of Bentonville residents have not yet been lost. Moving forward, as a council and mayor, I urge you to ensure Bentonville has a city engineer who will listen to the safe design policies you have adopted and not put future Bentonville residents at risk. Thank you.
With that, we will go to committee review.
The library had discussed in a previous meeting to add more representatives of different organizations in the city to be ex officio members of the advisory board. And this past meeting, we had the introduction of several of those new ex officio members, including one from the community college and other organizations that are going to enrich with their opinions and their comments the work of the advisory board. That is the main situation that we had on the library. As for the utility board, we discussed everything that was approved a little while ago. That's it.
I don't have anything.
Traffic and signage met. We did approve a crosswalk on John Shields in front of Crystal Flats and Legacy Village so that we can help them get to the dog park safely. We also approved the removal of signs at the crosswalk, stop signs, the crosswalk at Freestone Way on 3rd Street and Cross Creek. But it will be, the crosswalk's not being removed. It will be replaced with these lighted sign, you know, the crosswalk sign, so that it helps traffic flow better and keeps kids safer. We also tabled the discussion on a roundabout at Northwest 5th and Bella Vista Road. We heard a lot of residents come talk to us about the hazards coming out of Foxfire subdivision onto Walton, and agreed to do a new traffic study there and look into completing the bike trail, or at least access to that subdivision, so that bikes can use the tunnel that goes under Walton as a safer route in crossing that street. The Oz Kids Bike and Book Fest, the library was approved, and that'll happen on June 27th. And then we'll have our next meeting on April 6th.
This was from the Public Art Advisory Board meeting from last month, but or 2 weeks ago. We didn't do reviews last week or last meeting after the state of the.
Oh, no, I think we were.
I had to leave right away. So anyway, I'm updating from the last meeting.
Yeah.
This is a really cool thing. The Tom Hohen, who is our one of our chairs, went around and cataloged all of the public artworks in the city. We had been saying 117 or something like that for a long time, and as of the first week of March, there were 323 public artworks. So that's pretty cool. March 30th is opening day for practicing at Phillips Park, and that weekend will be the first weekend of games. Will be in mid-April, and they'll have the grand opening of Bentonville Bat, which is a public art that was commissioned for Phillips Park. And as far as the Jay and John DeShields roundabout, Crystal Bridges is working on the plan for permitting right now. The city had to make some changes, and it was sort of an immediate need, and everyone on the art board and Crystal Bridges wanted to congratulate the city staff on getting all of those changes done very quickly. So let's give a shout out to them. Crystal Bridges are working on the skirting that will hold up to driving. It will be installed the first week of May. And the Crystal Bridges, we're waiting on their revised contract, but the partnership is that the Crystal Bridges is funding the artwork, and they'll own and maintain it on loan to the city, and the city's responsible for site prep. So that's just an example of the public-private partnership to get more art, and specifically in the roundabouts, which is really nice to see.
I don't think I have anything.
Two things. One is I concur on Rainbow Curve. And I ever since we got rid of the flyover, I'm really concerned that dead ending everything into a T is not going to handle things. And I know we're moving forward. I'm just really concerned about, are we sure that design is going to move traffic well enough and deal with some of the discussions that we heard tonight. I've heard my reasoning before on why I'm concerned about that. I just would like to really get some, if anybody else is concerned about it, just let's talk about transportation behind the scenes. I just hope that it is the end result that we hope it is. And I'm just still have, questions and it just brought up tonight, my concerns is all, and so.
Here's what I don't, gonna move a big project like that, we have to have council support in it. I'm not gonna do move these big projects and not have support. So if we need to get you in front of the engineers and you guys want to ask questions, we
We'll
can,
do that.
we can do that. But we really need to, we do need to move projects forward. We have had a design, they did present the new design to you. I don't even know it's been quite some time. It's taken us this long to acquire all of the land, move the utilities and be ready to actually go to bed with this project. So there is a ton of pre-work that's already been done in this project, but the engineers, when they came and told you that the design had switched, they stood in front of you and told you why. And that has been, so if there were concerns, I think I would have hoped that we would have addressed them by now, but I am not wanting to move projects through that I don't have council support on, because these projects are so hard to get done. If I don't have your support on them, we need to move to the next project to get done.
Please don't do that. I live in this traffic and this intersection is going out into our growth in Southwest Bentonville, and it is so needed to fix this intersection. So please don't.
Stop.
It was approved by this body.
So
I
needed.
expressed my concern at the time that it may be for me who's not moving the traffic well enough. I'll visit with the engineering team but it's already been passed and this council moved on with this. And we've grown quite a bit since the design, and I'll visit with the engineer and see what the movement is and what the rating will be after the intersection and discuss, Mayor. I'm not gonna stop,
And I'm
In defense of
happy
the
to have.
design, we looked at this ad nauseum in traffic and signage and looked at all the studies, and when they compared the data, and the state helped us understand this, that the volume of traffic that we would move with a flyover versus straightening up that intersection and putting more turn lanes and traffic control devices was significantly better going with the intersection rather than the flyover. And
Yeah.
that's why we made that decision.
correct.
We recommended that decision.
It was also the
We're gonna-
cost of the flyover.
Yeah.
that's why it was changed.
Investment that we were trying to get in terms of traffic control.
Okay.
But this is one of our worst intersections for delays, for crashes,
Yes.
it's.
Every day, multiple times,
And we also
It's-
consulted the state on that design.
We did, and like I said, we've been working on it for several years, we're ready to finally taking it to bid, that's what.
It may not have trees,
And
but
that's
it will
just- I mean-
significantly make it safer, like.
You know,
it
so
will.
I want you to know how long we've been working on the project to get it to go to bed, right? And so if we have really big concerns with it, I would prefer to address them now, before we get the project bid and move forward with the bid. So,
I have a related question further north at 102 in Walton. Is the state in charge of the Walton turn lanes, or are we? Because I noticed the other night, I'm sure you're aware of this, the traffic backed up to turn left to Centerton was past the post office.
yeah, so that intersection is one that we have several entities interested in that intersection, so we.
But
we'll be moving-
Walton is our.
Walton is ours, but
the
the
intersection is.
yes, it's
Okay.
a highway that's going through there.
So that's on
We
the
have
radar.
not taken, so yes,
Okay.
I hope to have,
Great.
I will bring something back on that because I've had some questions on it, but we hope to have some partnerships in that intersection.
Thank you.
Could we look at maybe taking both lines when arrow turns left? Maybe taking both lines with the can turn left if you're in that line and want to turn left, or you could go straight during that left hand, so you're turning two lanes if people can, and empty
Well,
out
the
the.
problem is there's only one left turn lane.
Right, but if you
Me
turn,
too.
but if you turn the turn lane and the left lane, and you had an additional light that could say, okay, if you're in both those lanes, you could turn left, you could actually empty out.
Yeah, because when I went around the traffic, I don't go that way.
People do that. They go around and,
I went around it and it was like ghost town after you got around there was nobody in those
Yes.
other two lanes.
and so maybe if we could adjust that to where people could go straight or left,
Mhm.
we could take and turn both of them into that intersection without doing any easement changes or anything. Similarly to where we could do, another intersection anyway, but that was my thoughts on that intersection, is maybe we could turn 2 lanes.
Have them review this conversation and have them look at that and we'll,
I'm sure it's frustrating.
I think they should.
well,
Whoever's turning left.
it is, and it needs to be addressed. That intersection needs to be addressed, so.
Thank you.
I'll just-
Mayor,
Yes,
I'm for Tree and Landscape. We meet on March 19th, so it'll actually be next week. But I also wanted to say thank you to David and his Parks and Rec for the wonderful and amazing tour of the Adult Recreation Center.
Yes, that was great.
okay. I think we have, been around and, I don't have anything tomorrow. We are hosting municipal here at the Ho Health. So hopefully you all are able to attend, at least some of that meeting. Okay.
Thank you.
Be in
Thank you.
Little Rock, sadly, but I'm looking forward to it.
No.